Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Sharon. Sharon is born from the Hebrew Bible and Old Testament as a place name mentioned in the Song of Solomon 2 verse 1, I am the rose of Sharon and the lily of the valleys. It comes from the Hebrew, Sharon, meaning plain, indicating the fertile plain near the coast of Israel. Several flowering plants are referred to as the rose of Sharon, most notably the beautiful yellow flowers of the genus Hypericum or the lovely pinkish hibiscus. Sharon began as a unisex name dating back to the 18th century, but by the 20th century became exclusively female. Personality of the girl named Sharon. The 3 energy is powerful and enthusiastic. These personalities are cheerful, full of self-expression, and often quite emotional. They have an artistic flair and gift of gab that makes them natural entertainers. Their joyfulness bubbles over, and their infectious exuberance draws a crowd. The 3 personality is like a child, forever young and full of delight. They are charming, witty, and generally happy people. The 3 personality lives in the now and has a spontaneous nature. 3 seem to live with a bright and seemingly unbreakable aura that attracts others to them. In turn, they are deeply loyal and loving to their friends and family. Luck also has a tendency to favor number 3s. Popularity of the girl named Sharon. Sharon first appeared on the American female naming charts in 1925, no doubt influenced by The Skyrocket, a serial novel published that same year by popular journalist and screenwriter Adela Rogers St. John's. The novel tells the story of Sharon Kim, a beautiful, would-be actress relegated to crowd scenes as an extra until she catches the eye of a tyrannical director who grooms her into a starlet and skyrockets her to stardom. The name very quickly caught on and took off in popularity. Within 10 short years, by 1935, Sharon was a top 100 favorite girl's name in America. But she didn't stop there. Sharon's peak popularity came between 1943 and 1949 when the name held a consistent spot on the top 10. Sharon remained quite popular up through the late 1970s, at which time her flowering plant began to wilt. Her decline was slow and steady on the charts until the 1990s and up through today when Sharon started to drop like rocks. Today, the name is bestowed on barely 300 baby girls per year, a far cry from the over 20,000 daughters who received this moniker annually during the 1940s. By today's naming standards, many parents feel that Sharon is too plain or dull, perhaps too dated and associated with middle-aged women, thanks to her mid-century popularity. But we're hoping for a comeback. Sharon is a soft and pretty name with understated beauty. Quick facts on Sharon. Gender, girl. Origin, English. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, 882. Pronunciation, SHERN. Simple meaning, plain. Characteristics of Sharon. Creative, popular, social, optimistic, dramatic, communicative, happy. Cultural references to the baby name, Sharon. Literary characters of the baby name Sharon. Rose of Sharon. Joad Rivers is a character in John Steinbeck's 1939 novel of the Great Depression, The Grapes of Wrath, which took several literary prizes and contributed to its author winning the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1962. It was made into an acclaimed film version in 1940 and was adapted to various other media over the years. A powerful and poignant tale of the migration of poor sharecroppers from the Dust Bowl seeking a future in California, the book traces the story of the Joad family on their journey. Rose of Sharon is the high-spirited teenage daughter who is pregnant. She dreams of an idealized life in California with her husband, a life of pretty clothes, movies, and a happy new baby. Still young and self-centered, she grudgingly pitches in with the chores. As the family progresses on its increasingly discouraging journey, and her husband abandons her, Rose of Sharon begins to mature into her womanhood, quietly nurturing the child within and maintaining a composure beyond her years. Insisting upon helping the family pick cotton at one of their stops, she goes into labor and delivers a stillborn child. Although heartbroken, although barraged with the inequities of life at so young an age, although battered by fate, Rose of Sharon rises magnificently to the circumstances and performs a life-giving act of selflessness that gives meaning and hope to her life and that of others. Popular songs on Sharon. A song by Joni Mitchell, Sharon and Hope, a song by Bobby Darin, a song by Stina Nordenstam, I Ain't Sharon Sharon, Song for Sharon. Famous people named Sharon. Sharon Stone, actress, Sharon Osbourne, TV personality, Sharon Tate, actress, Sharon Corr, Irish musician, Sharon Creech, author. Historic figures with the name Sharon. Ariel Sharon was a highly esteemed general in the Israeli army, its defense minister, foreign minister and the 11th prime minister of the State of Israel, at whose birth in 1948 he was present. Acknowledged to be the greatest field commander in the Stadia Euro's thus short history, Ariel Sharon participated in, among others, the 1948 War of Independence, the Arab-Israeli, Suez, War of 1956, the Six-Day War in 1967, the Yom Kippur War 1973 and the 1982 war with Lebanon. So popular was he with the people, he was dubbed the King of Israel, a moniker biblically reserved for Saul's, David's, and Solomon's. While a political conservative for most of his days, Sharon split with his original Likud party in later years and supported the withdrawal of Jewish settlers from the Gaza Strip, a move many attributed to basic pragmatism rather than to humanitarian motives. He oversaw an unprecedented growth in real estate development and Jewish immigration to Israel during his reign. Ariel Sharon was prime minister from 2001 to 2006, at which time he suffered a debilitating stroke. After living for 8 years in a coma, he died in 2014.